Hey there fellow gamers and cocktail enthusiasts, Ben here, and welcome back to another Castles and Cocktails recipe video. So earlier this year, I played through the Assassin's Creed 2 game for the very first time on the Ezio collection that ported to the Switch. Being a longtime Nintendo fan, this is my first foray into the Ubisoft Classic, and I gotta be honest, I wanted to like this game a lot more than I did. There were some parts that I had a blast with, super fun, but then there were other more limited platforming areas that drove me absolutely insane. So overall, I can see the appeal of the franchise, but I don't think it was for me. But you know what is for me? Making a drink based on games that I've played. So today we're making Ezio's Hidden Blade. So this is a pretty simple, spirit-forward cocktail that uses 2 ingredients and a little bit of an orange zest. We're going to need some ruby port for this, as well as some Aperol. I decided pretty early on that because this takes place in Italy, especially around the Italian Renaissance, that a wine-based cocktail would definitely be worth doing. For this, you're going to want a sour glass as your glass of choice. No need to chill this one, just leave it as is. Measuring device of some kind. I've got a Japanese jigger today, stirring spoon, and a mixing glass with a strainer and ice, which I always forget to get. You're also going to want some sort of a tool to grab a little bit of garnish with. We're actually going to prepare the glass like this first. So I have a channel knife today. This is going to create a nice sort of long, thin spiral of orange. Pulling all along that edge. I want basically like a 6 to 7 inch spiral. Using the bar spoon itself, we're just going to kind of twist that around that to kind of curl it up. I chose orange for this because I wanted to reflect the reddish orange roofs of most of the buildings in the game. So there's our prepared garnish glass, which we're going to set off to the side. And now we can start mixing up our ingredients. So to your iced mixing glass, we're adding half an ounce, somewhere between a half and 3/4 or so, of Aperol, which is a bitter Italian liqueur. And on top of that, we're adding 2 ounces of ruby port. I kind of wanted to do a more of a Spanish wine because they're always going after the Spaniard in the game, but port is Portuguese, so close enough. Now you want to stir this for, roughly 30 to 45 seconds. With the drinks lightly chilled, we're going to go ahead and just strain that into our prepared glass. And there we have Ezio's Hidden Blade. So I just noticed that the orange spiral we put in here is kind of masked by the blood red color, which kind of gives another bit of credence to the Hidden Blade namesake for this. So let's go ahead and give this a try. There's something about simple drinks like this that really hit the spot. Neither one of these is super high on, ABV. I think the highest might be the port, which is 19%. The Aperol is 15? Something like that. 11. So this is definitely a nice, easy, slow sipping kind of drink that doesn't hit you super hard, unlike being stabbed in the neck with a blade. Ruby port is a very sweet, but notably higher percentage for a wine. It's a fortified wine. And the Aperol bringing a lot more bitterness to that. The two kind of cancel each other out in terms of the two extremes of their flavor. And what you're left with is sort of a warming red wine with a little bit of a bitter aftertaste. But that said, the orange spiral into this and the fresh citrus notes of all of those bitter orange peel flavors really adds a unique nose to this. So you get that punch of citrus on the nose as it leans back into that sweeter flavor of the wine. So that is my take on the Hidden Blade from Assassin's Creed 2. I may get around to playing some of the other games in the franchise eventually, but as far as an on-stream game, I'm going to go ahead and pass for the time being. I am glad that I played it, though, despite the overall story and ending being a real what the fuck kind of moment. Again, I can understand the appeal, but it's just not for me. A drink like this, though, absolutely is. If you happen to give the Hidden Blade a try, let me know your thoughts in comments below. But that's going to do it for this Castles and Cocktails recipe video. For more on this game, check out the Assassin's Creed playlist here on YouTube, as well as for more cocktail videos. Also, stay tuned here to the Castles and Cocktails YouTube channel for more of the long backlogs of playthroughs and cocktails like this, based on your favorite games. This has been reminding you to keep on gaming, drink responsibly, and I'll see you guys next time. Nice and simple.